Al Baker made his mark on the gridiron at both Scott High School and the University of Toledo, but his impact goes beyond athletics. A member of the University of Toledo's Board of Trustees, he has served as chairman and remains active at his alma mater. Mark Coons concludes our conversation with Baker by peering into the future.
University of Toledo has faced some significant challenges over the last several years. How do you feel you have met those challenges? Have you met those challenges well?
Well, the challenges are ongoing. COVID was a huge hit for us, and our attendance, our overall student population has declined kind of because of that. We've gone more to a virtual situation, which I'm not crazy about. I think when you go to college, there's something beyond just going in and learning. It's the personal relationships that you develop. So I'm not crazy about that. But it's just one of those things where when the COVID hit and folks are starting to look at things a little bit differently, things started to kind of go in a different direction, unfortunately.
Certainly, as a former varsity athlete, you have to take pride in the success of the Rocket football team and the Rocket athletics department as a whole has been enjoying.
Absolutely, I have been a suite holder from day one, and that's like 1990. I think they were built in 1992. Mm-hmm. And my two brothers, who the three of us got together and we got a suite. We have one right on the corner, and we've had it for 30 years or so. Unfortunately, I've lost my two brothers, but we still have it, and we're hanging in there. So,
do you think it's important for the football program to remain in the top tier of college football, or maybe is there a future where there can be the group of five maybe splits away, and there can be a better home for Toledo in that situation?
Well, that's a really great question. I don't like the way things are going right now with the moving around based on what do they call it?
Transfer portal.
The transfer portal, and paying the students as well. And students are moving around in that. I'm not crazy about that at all. But the reality of it is probably headed in that direction. I've had this conversation with family members, and I think it's headed towards, may already be there. The Power 5 folks are the top line, and we are the group of five are the AAA, so to speak. And these guys are treating it that way, which is heartbreaking, because I think about it as when I played with the group of guys that I played with, lifelong friends. Guys are calling me from all over the country when they found out I was going into this Hall of Fame. But lifelong friends, and that type of relationship, I think, is going to be hurt by guys just, okay, can I get a few $1,000 bucks? Which at that time you said, boy, that's a lot of money. Well, it really isn't, because you better be thinking about what you're going to do after football. But I'm not crazy about it.
What were some of those messages from those friends that have been in touch with you over the last couple of weeks?
Well, yeah, they're very pleased. I got a message from Chuck Ely. He couldn't make it for the event, but he went into the high school Hall of Fame, and I was out in Las Vegas for him when he went into the College Hall of Fame. And the message was, and he and I talked about this because we both have grandchildren. And we were saying, well, it took a long time for us to get recognized, but look, our grandchildren get to participate in that and be a part of that. So it's a blessing, and that's the way we kind of looked at it. Just beyond that, just folks just being happy. I think we have. I started thinking about guys that are already in the Hall of Fame. Curtis Johnson was a teammate. Chuck's not in this Hall of Fame, but he's in the big one. Mel Long, he's in this one and the big one. And we just talk about it, and it's not it's like, okay, you get recognized, but man, we had a lot of fun back then, and it was great going through that process. And my grandson just finished up his career, and I was just saying to him, geez, it goes by so fast. We were here for 4 years. We didn't lose any games, but man, it seemed like a blink of an eye, and we were done, and we had to go to work. Most of us, a couple of us went to the pros, but we had to go to work.